Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Chill ASMR. Today we're going to be looking at a Elder Scrolls Skyrim strategy guide. It is the Collector's Edition. It's one of my favorite games to play. It's been around for a while. It put out a lot of different variations of the game, a lot of downloadable content. But yeah, it's a game that has withstood the test of time, for sure. So, let's see what we got here. Here's your table of contents. It's a lot to go over. It's a very big game. Song of the Dragonborn. And then it goes through creating a character. And you'll go through the different races down here. Argonian, Breton, Dark Elf, High Elf, Imperial, Khajiit, Nord, Orc, Redguard, and the Wood Elf. Some are better at close range weaponry. Some are better at magic. I usually like to play with a magic character. And then here it's taking you through all the advantages of each race. The Argonians, plus 10 to lockpicking, pickpocket, sneak, light armor, alteration, and restoration. And then you have the Breton. It's also very good at magic, plus 10 to conjuration, illusion, restoration, speech, alchemy, and alteration. And then you have your elves up here. Your dark elf, your high elf, both very good at magic. And then your imperial, it's kind of your basic human character. The Khajiit up here, which is like a cat person, to say the least. Very good at sneaking and lockpicking, one-handed, and archery. And then you have the Nord, which is a much sturdier human character. It's very good at two-handed weaponry. And then the Orc down here, which is kind of self-explanatory. Very armored character using close-range weapons. And then the Redguard up here, very good at archery, one-handed attacks, and then the wood elf, which is very good at archery as well, but has some elven traits. Here are some skills, some skill overviews. There are 18 skills divided into 3 major sets: combat, magic, and stealth. We'll go over all the skills here. We have smithing, light armor, illusion, heavy armor, sneak, conjuration, block, lockpicking, destruction, two-handed, pickpocket, restoration, one-handed, speech, alteration, archery, alchemy, and enchanting. You can improve your skills in Skyrim by using skill books or by using your skills. And then we have all the skill constellations, which are basically skill trees or perk trees for each of the specific skills in the game. Heavy armor, block, two-handed, one-handed. I was a big fan of one-handed weapons, so I could use a magic spell in one hand and a weapon in the other. Archery, light armor, sneak. Sneak was another one of my favorites. I like to go around stealing everything. I was a good thief character. I didn't do a lot of pickpocketing, but I did a lot of lockpicking. Speech, used in haggling prices and to persuade NPC characters in dialogue. Alchemy, used for brewing potions that either healed you or used to poison your weapon. Various amounts. Various number of things you could do with alchemy. Illusion. I never did much with illusion when I played the game. Definitely wasn't something I dabbled too far in. But it manipulates the minds of those around you, sending them into a frenzy or compelling them to flee in terror. Conjuration. You could conjure weapons in your hands for a brief period of time, and then destruction, which is your basic fire, ice, lightning type spells, restoration, which is basically healing and recovery. And then alteration. You could manipulate the physical world and its natural properties. And then finally, enchanting, allowing you to enchant your weapons and armor to make them stronger or add different effects. Character archetypes. Here are the different archetypes in the game, such as the warrior, the mage, the archer, the berserker, the spell sword, the necromancer, the assassin, the battle mage, the weapon master, the rogue, and here it is going over character advancement. And as you level up, you get to use a point in your skill tree. And then upon leveling up, it fully restores your health, magicka, and stamina. Here, just giving you some general advice over combat. It's going over some combat tactics such as blocking or bashing, which is using your block to push an enemy backwards or to interrupt their attack. Then you have your normal attack and a power attack, which takes up more of your stamina to use. There's ranged combat, such as bows, magic-based combat, such as your spells, and then there's stealth-based combat that I like to use. If you were to sneak up on an enemy and catch them unaware, your attack would do a multiplier of damage extra, depending on your skill in sneak. It's going over some of the shouts that you learn in the game. If you are unfamiliar with these shouts in Skyrim, you learn them from the word walls, which are basically left behind from the dragons, as you are the dragonborn. And your shouts do varying things such as attacks and various other things, such as calling a dragon, call of valor, clear skies, disarm. You can disarm your enemies using this. Fire breath, frost breath, ice form. inaccessible ledges or platforms. And then it's going over the various shouts. Here it is, going over some of the diseases in the game, such as ataxia, which makes lockpicking and pickpocketing 25% harder. Bone break fever, it gives you negative 25 stamina. Brain rot, it gives you negative 25 magicka. Dragon Slayer's Blessing gives you 10% critical hit chance versus dragons. Rattles, which your stamina recovers 50% slower. Rock Joint, you are 25% less effective with melee weapons. Sanguinar Vampiris, which gives you minus 25 health, and if you don't cure it within a certain amount of time, you will turn into a vampire. Witbane, where your magicka recovers 50% slower. Lycanthropy, if you contract lycanthropy, you will turn into a werewolf. And then vampirism is going over these different stages of vampirism. There are benefits and some disadvantages. As you become immune to disease, poison, but then you have a weakness to sunlight, so you have to operate during the nighttime. Going over crime and punishment here. There are different crimes you can commit in the game, in the various cities, such as trespassing, pickpocketing, theft, assault, murder, or escaping from jail after being imprisoned. There are also unusual crimes you can commit, some dealing with vampirism, like feeding on the blood of a guard or civilian and being spotted, or cannibalism. Just going over some of the reactions from the guards and what the witnesses to a crime will do. And then we have alchemy under crafting. There are various plants, materials you can collect in Skyrim, all of which can be used in brewing potions that either can hurt you, help you, or hurt others. there's enchanting. Enchanting is interesting because you collect these soul gems. And you can fill these soul gems by defeating enemies using a soul trap spell. Certain weapons can also use soul trap, and once you fill a soul gem with a soul, you can then use that gem to enchant a weapon or a piece of armor. You then would use those soul gems to recharge your enchanted weapons, because they are not infinite in power. So yes, enchanting. And then there is smithing. So you can make your own weapons in the game using various ores, materials, or my favorite, dragon bones. You can improve upon your items. You can sharpen a blade, hone your weapons, improve your armor. And then here we are going over the various smithing recipes. For example, 2 leather strips and 3 iron ingots would create an iron helmet. And there's just so many kinds of armor in the game. It's just dwarven, ebony, glass, dragon, daedric, and you can also create jewelry. There's also cooking in the game. You can create various dishes to restore your health or give you other status effects, such as a mammoth snout and a salt pile would create mammoth steak, which restores your health by 10. And then it is going over mining. You have to obtain the pickaxe first, but then you can mine different kinds of ore, materials, like iron, silver, ebony, gold, moonstone, malachite, quicksilver. And then it's going over smelting, which is creating ingots from different kinds of ore. And it is also going over tanning, different tanning recipes from different animal hides. You can also chop wood to obtain firewood. You can earn some gold in the beginning of the game by chopping firewood. Okay. Training part 3. Adventuring across Skyrim. There are many cities in the game, and each hold, as they are called, has a capital city: Solitude, Morthal, Dawnstar, Winterhold, Markarth, Whiterun, Windhelm, types of dungeons in the game, and a lot of them involve puzzles to progress. There are puzzle doors, rotating walls, dwarven puzzles, traps and triggers. This is going over the various traps in the game. Bear traps, flamethrower traps. It's giving you tips on how to avoid each one. Dragon mounds. Standing stones. These various stones grant you with a power. You can only use one blessing at a time, though. There are many different books in the game, such as skill books that increase one of your skills by a single point. Spell tomes, which are books of magic that grant you spells. Functional books, common books, notes and journals that will tell you much of the lore within the Elder Scrolls universe and help progress game quests. One of my favorite things about Skyrim is buying a house, decorating it, and storing various items there. Here is going over the available properties in each hold in Skyrim. Proudspire Manor in Solitude, Flindrel Hall in Markarth, Breeze Home in Whiterun, Heargem in Windhelm, Honeyside in Riften. There are different followers you can get during the game that will stand by your side and help you in battle, and also will help carry things for you. You can issue them various commands. Here are some of the followers you can obtain in the game. You can also own a horse in the game. Here are the various types, such as black, brown, gray, and their prices, and the locations where you can purchase them. There are many traders and services you can pay for in Skyrim, such as apothecaries, innkeepers, blacksmiths, caravans, trainers. There are a few crafting stations you would use to better weapons, improve weapons, enchant armor. There are also collectibles in the game. Such as the unusual gem, where there are 24 available treasure maps, the Crimson Nirnroot, and Dragon Priest masks. This is going over the inventory. Spells. Various spells in each branch of magic, like conjuration, where you can use a bound sword, which creates a magic sword for 120 seconds. You can also conjure Daedra or Tremora lords, which can fight for you. And then beginning at the bottom we have the destruction spells, such as flames, chain lightning, thunderbolt, your very standard elemental magic. And then illusion. Clairvoyance will show your path to your current goal, or fear where creatures and people flee from you for a certain amount of time. You can also use invisibility to make you invisible. And then all your restoration spells listed, such as healing, fast healing, repelling the undead, or the undead flee from you. And going over weapon properties, and here's your list of different weapons in the game. And then here is your armor sets: iron armor, steel armor, dwarven, orcish, ebony, dragon plate, daedric, hide, leather, elven, scaled, glass, dragon scale again. Going over the soldiers and guards armor: imperial or storm cloak, and the various jewelries in the game. It's going over here the alchemy ingredients, which there are many you can find in the game, as you can see. Fire salts, lavender, human hearts, nirnroot, saber cat tooth, void salts, vampire dust. And then this list is going over the effects of each raw ingredient. And you usually experiment to find out which combination of ingredients will give you a desired effect. Here is going over the different soul gems and their varying capacities. Base enchantments such as Fortify Alchemy, which makes the potions and poisons you craft stronger. Fortifying Sneak, making you harder to detect. Or even water breathing, where you do not drown while you swim. A list of all the derived enchantments. Very, very thorough strategy guide. The skill books you can find in the game. There are various hidden books, among other books you can look for, that upon reading will increase your skill by 1. And the various skills among the trees. Here's a list of all the common books, how many you can find across Skyrim. And here is your listing of various spell tombs that will teach you various spells, like Ice Storm or Courage, or Close Wounds, or Frost Cloak. Here are the many, many potions you can obtain in the game, either by plundering or alchemy. The bestiary of Skyrim, showing you the various enemies you will find in the game. And there are many, varying from human to animal, bandits, Daedra, dragons, Draugr, the dwarven automatons, the Falmer, the Forsworn, frostbite spiders, giants, hag ravens, horses, different warriors among the various factions and races in Skyrim. Trolls, vampires, warlocks, through the many quests in the game, such as the first one, called Unbound. In the beginning, you are a prisoner being transported to Helgen to be executed. And right before your head goes to the chopping block, a dragon attacks Helgen. Dragons that have not been seen in a long, long time, which aids your escape from certain death. And then from there, you escape Helgen and the dragon and begin your quest, begin your path. Many quests. You eventually learn that you are dragonborn, which gives you the power to use dragon shouts. I know the game has been out for a long time, but I am not going to spoil too much. But yes, many quests in this game. And the book takes you through all of them. There are different faction quests from each of the factions. The Bard's College. I liked the Thieves Guild, and I also enjoyed the Dark Brotherhood quests, even though some of the things they have you do are quite evil. Yes, the book takes you through every little nook and cranny of the game. Maps of each dungeon. And what you can expect to find. And in the back, we have the map of Skyrim, which I have left in the book. And even an index of each word, item, anything you can think of. Word wall phrases. So much to go over. The dragon language, the dragon alphabet. All the achievements and trophies from the game. If you have not played Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games, I highly suggest you do. They are very time-consuming, but also very fun and rewarding games. Especially if you play through and beat it more than once, you will usually find something you did not see in your previous playthrough. So, is a brief overview of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim strategy guide. I hope this video was relaxing, and I appreciate everyone's support, likes, comments, and subscribes. Until we meet again, everyone, be good to one another and sleep well.